You are listening to a summary of the Creative Thinking Handbook, a book by Chris Griffiths.
Business leaders recognize the creativity gap in their organizations. While roughly 82% of companies connect creativity with strong business results, only 11% agree that their organizations implement creative thinking as a core element in their business practices. In the Creative Thinking Handbook, author Chris Griffiths explores the absence of creativity in company work habits. Griffiths presents a series of useful tools to generate, analyze, and implement ideas, and make creativity a core element of an organization's mission.
Businesses need to integrate creative thinking into their workplace cultures. Through applied creativity, business owners can move their businesses from getting by to moving forward. Managers must foster openness to new ideas and be deliberate in implementing innovations. Yet many businesses don't cultivate an environment that's conducive to creative thinking. Business leaders' future success will rely not on what they know or what worked in the past, but on what they can create. Today's innovative companies: Starbucks, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and the like, position themselves to regularly innovate and implement creative problem-solving. Using one-off brainstorming sessions is insufficient. Instead, implement a company-wide mindset for creativity. Teams must commit to removing common thinking errors that constrain creativity. Bad decisions often result from errors in thinking rather than errors in the information. When workers view information without checking their underlying biases and assumptions, it affects their ability to keep their minds open to new ideas and see clear paths to resolving challenges. Common thinking errors tend to belong to one of three categories. 1. Selective thinking. People rely on ideas that reinforce the way they think and ignore those that don't. This tendency strongly influences the decisions they make. Choosing observations and facts that complement rather than challenge your thinking inhibits the creative process. Kodak, for example, ignored technological innovations and stayed focused solely on film-based photography because it had worked for years. When digital cameras, digital printing, and file sharing upended the world of photography, Kodak lost its dominance in the industry. 2. Reactive thinking. When making quick decisions, people rely on instinct and past performance rather than deliberate analysis of a host of ideas. Reactive thinking may result in an efficient path forward, however. It discards viable and perhaps stronger options. Success stories in business demonstrate that the first company out with an idea isn't always the one that lasts, as successors take the time to improve on the original ideas. Hydrox, for example, created the sandwich cookie in 1908, but most people immediately associate Oreos. 3. Assumptive thinking. Thinking based on assumptions limits the range of options and is an obstacle to new business models. Assumptions maintain business as usual and can prevent companies from moving forward. The Body Shop achieved remarkable success when it challenged assumptions in the cosmetics industry at the outset. It broke the rules by selling natural products in refillable plastic containers. But it appealed to a new market segment, the environmentally conscious shopper. The Solution Finder's systematic approach establishes a culture that promotes creativity. In market-driven companies, experience and analysis drive decision-making. Market drivers, on the other hand, think progressively with innovative ideas. Forward-thinking companies, from Starbucks and IKEA to FedEx and Amazon, create agile environments that nurture creativity and innovation. The strategies they employ integrate both divergent thinking, the expansion of ideas, and convergent thinking, the narrowing down of the ideas into viable solutions. The Solution Finder process offers business leaders a systematic strategy for addressing challenges by clarifying the problems they wish to solve, generating ideas, thoughtfully analyzing those ideas and following them through to implementation. Start by defining the problem. Challenges don't immediately identify themselves clearly and concise. Positive language. To develop a solution, leaders must explore the problem, ask questions, challenge it from different perspectives, and remain open to differing opinions. For example, if the company's goal is to increase a department's productivity, leaders within that department might restate the challenge using more concrete and positive language, such as, "We want to remove obstacles that are making it hard for you to complete your assignments." Such reframing can inspire a new business model as well. Hotel room capacity. Notoriously in short supply in San Francisco when major conferences come to town, inspired entrepreneurs Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia to reframe the challenge. Conference attendees needed low-cost, no-frills overnight accommodations. They offered their spare room to overnight guests and, thus, Airbnb, a website that helps people find short-term lodging in non-commercial properties around the world, was born. Devise a brainstorming strategy. Business leaders and employees gather in group brainstorming sessions, often in off-site settings, to focus on specific challenges the companies want to address. Research suggests, however, that people generate better ideas when working independently. Peer pressure, for one, leads many to agree with other viewpoints instead of posing alternatives. In addition, time-boxing sessions don't allow for important processing time that gives people to reflect and imagine. Business leaders can enhance brainstorming sessions by implementing a few alternative approaches. 1. Allow members time to generate ideas on their own and in small groups before presenting ideas to the entire group. 2. Encourage and embrace all ideas, even the seemingly nonsensical ones. Combine and rework these ideas to produce more promising ones. For example, while coming to work naked isn't practical, combining the thought with a desire for a more relaxed work environment may lead to ideas for casual workdays and pajama party celebrations. 3. Try different techniques to challenge members' thinking patterns. For example, use metaphors to restate the problem in another way, ask what if to encourage members to imagine different scenarios, or pose the question in reverse so members quickly recognize what steps to avoid. Analyze ideas in ways that allow you to move toward action. After generating a multitude of ideas, teams begin to sift and evaluate the proposals. Many people find this process overwhelming without the proper tools to thoughtfully filter and measure ideas. In this analysis phase, leaders can take a three-step process to avoid getting stuck. 1. Sort, focusing on the original problem. Sort ideas into logical categories or clusters to narrow down the possibilities. Categories will likely vary for different activities and challenges. Remove duplicate ideas and those that stray too far from the problem. Focus on positive, rather than negative aspects of the proposals. 2. Screen. Take time to fully investigate the remaining ideas. Evaluate the ideas both emotionally and logically, since many successful innovations and campaigns appeal to both emotions and logic. Additionally, explore the pros and cons of the ideas from different sectors of the organization to create a comprehensive view. 3. Select. Test each idea thoroughly by asking key questions. Can it be done? Will it give a decent return? Do people want it? Prepare your chosen solution for implementation. Implementing a chosen solution successfully requires a strategic plan. Teams need to evaluate and challenge the final idea to strengthen it and help identify potential shortcomings. Several approaches help to develop a solution and prepare for implementation. Teams can generate a list of pros and cons and think of ways to strengthen the positives while making adjustments to address the negatives. Observing customers who use the product can help identify potential pain points in a servicing solution. Providing product samples can lead to direct feedback on a new product. The founders of Innocent Drinks, for example, tested their smoothies at a music festival. Asking customers to drop empties into buckets labeled yes or no, the overwhelmingly positive response gave them the confidence to move forward with their formula. Teams need to celebrate the implementation of a chosen solution. However, they need to continue to fine-tune and evaluate, even while it's coming to market. Note that many successful businesses developed several iterations of their products before they achieved commercial success. Dyson, for one, persevered through 15 years and hundreds of prototypes before successfully launching the bagless vacuum cleaner. Walt Disney and Elon Musk both went through bankruptcy at different points in their careers. The developers of the popular online game Angry Birds continue to evaluate and innovate by regularly updating their app and by branching out into merchandise, books, and cartoons. Team leaders need to encourage creative thinking by implementing innovative strategies. Being a creative leader often means transitioning the workplace culture to one that encourages ideas and creativity. Leaders should look at current and possible habits and decide which ones aid or hinder transitions to an agile, innovative workplace. For example, leaders can consider 1. What to stop doing, such as making quick, reactive decisions. 2. What to keep doing, such as giving workers free time to toy with ideas. 3. What to start doing, such as adding individual idea creation time to group brainstorming sessions. Your company can also increase creativity by gaining insights from failures as well as successes. Failures serve as vital learning opportunities. Instill fun in the workplace. Play at work keeps creativity flowing. Create an environment of collaboration and support. Sharing information across teams helps employees grow,